this to evolve to an out-of-control situation. As we pointed out yesterday, they are attempting to disrupt our city, and we are not going to permit it to happen. And we're proud to say they have been removed from the campus. The NYPD's precision policing ensured that the operation was organized, calm, and that there were no injuries or violent clashes. And to be clear, this is not our analysis of what took place last night. National independent journalists acknowledge what the police department did yesterday, and they were on the ground to see it. And I want to be clear that we will continue to use this level of professionalism. And we saw the intersectionality of all the things we have been working on. Drones allowed us to do a complete analysis of the Hamilton building and the location. We were able to know how to precisely go in and conduct the operation, making sure the encryption of our radios, because they were not able to monitor and hear our deployment tactics. It allowed us to have the element of surprise that we went on the ground. Training with our CRT team, precisionally knowing how to go in and conduct a professional operation. We didn't wake up and executed a plan. This is a plan that has been put in place since January 2022, when we understood our police department had to be prepared for uncertainties like this. And so the request we received in writing could not have been clearer. While those who broke into the building did include students, it was led by individuals who are not affiliated with the university. The school needed the NYPD's assistance to clear Hamilton Hall and the encampments outside. A dual operation on the grounds that took place successfully, clearing the tents, taking back and reclaiming Hamilton Hall. And we said from the beginning that students have a right to protest, and free speech is the cornerstone of our society. But as our major concern, we knew and we saw that there were those who were never concerned about free speech. They were concerned about chaos. It was about external actors hijacking peaceful protests and influence students to escalate. There's nothing peaceful about barricading buildings, destroying property, or dismantling security cameras. We cannot allow what should be a lawful protest to turn into a violent spectacle that saves and serves no purpose, as I said. There's no place for acts of hate in our city. We made that clear. That's from anti-Semitism to Islamophobia to anti-Sikhism and other communities, as our AAPI community. We have been consistent. There's no place for hate in this city. And I want to continue to commend the professionalism of the police department and to thank Columbia University. It was a tough decision. We understood that. But with the very clear evidence of their observation and the clear evidence from our intelligence division that they understood it was time to move and the action had to end. And we brought it to a peaceful conclusion. And we're going to continue to coordinate with Columbia, as we have been from the start, and all of our academic institutions, to find a peaceful middle of allowing our young people to protest without violence. We support the right of free speech and open debate. We will always protect the right to protest, but we must balance the right with keeping students, the school, and our city safe. And it is a combined effort that we're going to continue to move in the right direction to accomplish this goal. We know that this is only a comma in the full sentence of public protection in the city. This is not a celebratory moment. We should never had to get here in the first place. We can't create environments while children could be endangered, and we must push back on all attempts to radicalize our young people in the city like we're seeing across the entire globe. Commissioner, thank you for a job well done, and turn it over to you at this time.
And good morning, and thank you, Mayor Adams. So yesterday, the NYPD received written notification from both Columbia University and the City College of New York. The situation on their campuses had deteriorated to a point where the safety of their
All right, we've been listening to a press conference with Mayor Adams and the police commissioner. And we're having a few technical problems.
Approximately 300 arrests with preliminary charges range from trespass to criminal mischief to burglary. At this point, we're going to let the criminal play out. He said last night, he worked for weeks to negotiate with the protesters, to resolve the situation, and to restore order on their campuses.
The commissioner and Mayor Adams talk about at least 300 people arrested during protests at Columbia and City College, and that they were asked by Columbia and the college to come on campus because of the protests that they believe were led by what they're calling outside agitators, people not involved with the university, although students were involved as well. Stay with CBS 2 for continuing coverage of the campus protests on air and online at cbsnewyork.com. Let's get right to our first alert weather. Here's meteorologist John Elliott. And John, before we can chat about this wonderful May Day, how did we wrap up April?
It's so interesting. If you look back at March and April, beautiful skies right now on this beautiful May Day. No May Day, no cause for concern today. But if you look at April, wow. The warmest day in April, not that long ago, coldest way at the beginning of the month. Rainfall front-loaded as well, and we actually ended up with a deficit for the month after a super soggy and really challenging March with that big surplus. And of course, we were below normal when it comes to snowfall. I mean, if you just look at the last few days, wow. Monday, we started the week with 87 in the city, even warmer to the west, and then did the dip. Doing the climb, doing the dip. This Sunday, 61 might be aspirational because a lot of folks, it's just going to be raw, it's going to be wet, it's going to feel like the 50s. Right now, we're finally saying goodbye to more and more of the clouds. Every time we check the visibility reports, they are getting better. We have to mix away some morning cloud, well, particularly to the west, the cool pockets of Jersey. And a real quick caveat, I think we see another round tomorrow morning, maybe even a little bit of drizzle out on the island, because there is going to be that marine influence. Won't be as bad as today, and today clouds give way to more sun. That's already happening. 73, but remember, 73 in the city. Quite a bit cooler to the east, quite a bit warmer to the west. So we're setting ourselves up for about a 20-degree spread from the cool pockets to the warm pockets. So if you don't like what weather you have, just get in the car and keep driving. Or don't. Stick around and just enjoy. Tonight, some clouds and fog. Once again, a repeat of sorts before we see the pick of the week, which is tomorrow, Cindy. 79 in the park. So that means here at the broadcast center, it'll be 81.2. It'll just be warmer as you head to the west. And then I'm so sorry because it turns cool Friday, no issues. Saturday, we think much of the day is dry, but there's that late chance. And then Sunday, make your plans and plan accordingly because we have a better chance for wet weather and cooler temperatures before, just in time to head back to work and school. It looks great next Monday.
So the roller coaster continues.
Yeah.
Cold, hot, cold, hot. All right, John, thank you.